Hello everybody, how are you doing today? And welcome back to the garden. It's another glorious day today. Lots of sunshine, not too hot though, but there's time to do some gardening. Let's go. As I said in a previous video, I'm going on holiday next week. I still have 2 days to go. But there's one job I really want to do, and that's the harvesting and prepping of the courgette zucchini bed. Let me show you what I mean. Here we are at the bottom of the garden. In one of the previous videos, I showed you how I sorted this bed. What was growing here before? Beans, French beans and courgette Pawel. I sowed some radish and salad crops, so everything is germinating and growing happily. That's the winter radish. This one here is the mizuna, if I remember correctly. And over there at the end is some lettuce. But today I wanna sort out the second bed, which is just over there behind the pond. And that's my courgette bed. And here it is. It doesn't look very appetizing anymore. Looks like the zucchinis are kind of finished. Most of the leaves are dying. There are still some parts of the plants that are trying to grow, but it's all gonna go. It's getting way too late in a season for them to grow. So I'm gonna clear that bed and pick all the, well, they're gonna be marrows now, not zucchinis. But I'm gonna have my harvest and clear this bed ready for winter. And this is the bed we're gonna be working with today. I have this giant sunflower here. I think it still looks lovely. Lots of flowers on it, but it's quite heavy and the string is breaking with almost every windy weather we are having. But I wanna keep that sunflower here still as long as I can. It just needs stringing. I'm gonna put a couple of loops of string on it to hold it in place. I'm sure it's still gonna break with another stormy weather. All right, so we have the sunflower secured for a time being at least. Let's do some marrow harvesting. I think everything has to go, whatever is growing in this bed. It's getting way too cold and it's late in the season. I don't believe this plant's gonna do anything more. Oh, God. That's a nice marrow. Before I store it, let me just show you. I'm cutting it with quite a long stem. The main growing stem was growing across and the marrow was hanging down the stem. So I cut it on both sides and the leaf. The longer stem you use on the marrow, the better it's gonna keep. That's all gonna dry out. Better storage with a longer stem. Another quite nice one, yellow zucchini. As I most likely said in one of the previous videos, I'm growing them for winter storage. You can store marrows, fully grown zucchinis, in the exactly same way you are storing winter pumpkins. They just need to be ripe enough, so the skin is tough enough. Then they can store for long term, months, until spring at least. And there's one more thing I almost forgot. I have some potatoes growing here at the edge of the bed. They are volunteers potatoes. They always come up every year, just here at the edge. I'll try to dig out as many as I can. So as I said, here at the edge of that bed, I have my volunteer potatoes. There's not much left out of them anymore. Just dried up pieces of plant. I let them grow here every year. It's a very shady spot, not much else when they grow here. But seems like the potatoes are surviving every year. So I try to dig it out. I need this bed completely clear for what I have in mind for it. Stay tuned till the end, you'll find out. I can already see some potatoes on the surface. Not bad. They all tend to grow just at the edge here, coming from under the wheat fabric, which is perfectly fine for me. I don't think I can grow anything else over there. That's the thing with the potatoes. If you grow them in the ground, you are bound to leave a couple of spots in the ground, and they usually germinate in the spring. Most of the time it's a headache because I want to grow something else in that place, but here it's perfect. I'm actually quite surprised how many are here. It seems like they like to grow under my wheat fabric. It's not the easiest place for me to dig them out. I don't want to be lifting the whole thing up. It's too much work. But as I said, some of them can be left here. And I'm sure they're gonna resprout next year. I think that might be it. Half a bucket bonus crop, not bad at all. Okay, while I'm digging here, I might as well dig over the whole area. It won't take me too long. It's a rather small bed. I'm finding stuff like that in soil for last 8 years since I moved here. This plastic is immortal. That's a label for hybrid tea rose for £4.50. I wonder how many years it was in the soil. I haven't dug that bed for quite a few years now, so I think giving it a quick forking over gonna help it. And I need quite a soft soil for the seeds that I'm planning to introduce here. This is one of my more problematic beds. It's quite shady from the big hedge just to my right, and the soil itself looks much more clay than all the other beds. I think it's quite a good soil here anyway. I can see loads and loads of earthworms, so that's a good sign. Okay, so this is all dug over. It just needs a little bit of a raking to level it up, and then I can put some seeds that I have just over there. After this year and the disappointment with the onion white rot, I was trying to do a bit of a research how to help with my situation. Seems like all the soil in my garden is affected with the onion white rot. This particular bed, I can't really remember last time I was growing any alliums in it. It must be quite a few years. So fingers crossed that's going to be the least affected area. But the onion white rot can persist in soil for years and years, so there's no guarantee. But I found out online that growing mustard as a green manure might help with reducing the onion white rot, maybe even killing it. So that's what I'm going to be doing here today. If you have any ideas how to control onion white rot in an organic manner, I don't want to be putting any chemicals in my soil, let me know in the comments. But for this year, I'm gonna try the mustards. I just bought some mustard seeds from supermarket, just normal spice mustard seeds, nothing fancy, but it's much cheaper than buying seeds from a proper seed supplier. So I'm gonna try that this year. I'll sow the mustard in that bed, probably gonna dig it over again just before it gets too cold, because I think the freezing temperature gonna kill the mustard anyway. And then I'll try to sow the mustard here first thing in spring as well, and again dig it over just before I'm planting my onions and garlic in that bed. It's not a big bed. I'm not hoping for a huge harvest next year, but I definitely need more garlic and onion. So that's the plan. As for the garlic, I need to plant some garlic most likely in pots this year in my compost, nothing else, just compost, no soil, and fingers crossed I'll get some crop out of them, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. It's too early still for planting garlic. So without any further ado, let me do some quick raking and I can sow some mustard seeds. As I said before, that's the heaviest soil in my garden. Even raking takes a lot of effort. I think that should do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Before the proper winter, it's all gonna be dug over again to incorporate the hopefully growing mustards in the soil. So let me show you the seeds. So this is what I have. Just a normal supermarket mustard, nothing fancy. I think that costs like £1.50. So that's what I'm gonna be sowing here. And there's nothing scientific about it. Just sprinkle the seeds. I'm being quite generous. I don't know how many of them gonna germinate, but that should be enough. And now just gentle raking to incorporate the seeds in the soil. I'm not gonna be giving it any water. The soil is quite moist anyway, and seems like we are getting rain every other day anyway. And fingers crossed, I'm gonna get some mustards germinating here and helping with my onion white rot problem. If you have any idea, any other methods how to get rid of onion white rot, let me know in the comments. But for now, for this year, that's what I'm gonna try and do. We'll see next year. That's what the gardening is about, isn't it? We'll try and learn every year. So let me show you my harvest from that bed. And here we are. It's not that bad really. 4 quite a big marrows, half a bucket of potatoes. There's one tiny one. The size like that won't store over winter, so that's going to be eaten fresh. But as I said, the big marrows, the big courgette, you can store it in exactly the same way as you are storing the winter squash, pumpkin. The skin gonna get tougher and tougher. The green ones actually gonna turn orange over the time, and they can store from now until February, March at least. That's how long they store for me at least. And a bonus crop of potatoes. That's not bad. I was running low on the previous harvest, so that's a welcome harvest. I have plenty of potatoes to harvest still, but that's gonna have to wait till I come back from my holiday. So yeah, not a bad day at all. I think that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me in the garden, and I'll see you here very soon. Bye.